So another thing that adds racket head speed or paddle head speed in the case of pickleball is pronation, where they get the racket back, and then as they bring the racket up, and notice I'm crossing my arm over, that's another counter rotation thing to stop the shoulder. As I bring the racket up, or as in this case the paddle up, notice it's like a hatchet right now. It's like I'm going to chop. When they make contact, pros rotate 90 degrees at contact, and then the follow through is another 90 degrees. It's facing that direction. So it starts out, the hitting side of the paddle is facing that direction, at contact it's facing that direction, the direction I'm trying to hit it, and during the follow through it ends up facing that direction. So it goes to a 180 degree twist. And if you look at somebody like Djokovic, he does like 270 degrees twist. Let's see if I can even figure out what he does. He starts out like this. He's got the paddle like this, or the racket like this to start, and then when he brings it up to here, he does 90 degrees to there, 90, 90. So he gets even more twist. So it gets more racket head speed or paddle head speed by doing that. But even though this gives more speed, the real purpose of pronation is that it gives you accuracy. The reason it gives you accuracy is that the typical swing follow through is going to be around the left side of the body. So let's say you don't pronate. If you don't pronate, try and hit the ball here. And now notice during the follow through how the paddle is sort of twisting off to the left, right? So it's twisting off to the left, because you don't want to do this and hit yourself in the shins, right? So, it's basically you're coming across your body as the follow through, and, I guess you could do this, but I've tried that, and that hurts, number one, and number two, by doing this, that helps you bring your foot around, and now you've recovered and you're ready for the return. So what pronation does for accuracy is it counters this moving across the body, like so. It counters that by, if I just do it quickly, notice how by doing that my arm is twisting off to the right. That counters the twisting off to the left that the follow through does, and so what happens is you end up halfway in between. The paddle is going to go exactly the direction you're trying to hit the ball. You're hitting an overhead. By crossing over and doing this pronation thing, you end up with a nice arc in the direction you're trying to hit the ball. And only after you've gotten down to the follow through does it then divert at the last minute and go this way to keep you from cracking your shins. Very important. You look at the pros, every single pro does that. Overheads, and they also do it on serves. So that's something to learn. It's initially weird, but it turns out it's the best weird thing you'll ever do in your life. It's just absolutely brilliant. I would suggest, if you want to do pronation, if you want to give it a try, that you do just you don't take the full swing, take the paddle back and then do the swing and follow through. I suggest tossing the ball up yourself just like you were going to do a tennis serve, and then just do that and stop the paddle at the bottom here. So just take it back to the back scratcher, toss it, and pronate. The reason to stop here instead of falling through is that if you stop here and you look, you can go like, did I pronate or not? If you come down here and your paddle is basically, the hitting end of the paddle is facing back that way, you didn't pronate. If you follow through and that hitting part of the paddle is facing off the side fence, you pronated. You might go like, which side's the hitting side? If you don't want to worry about that, just think in terms of your palm. If you pronate, your palm will be facing off that direction. If you don't pronate, your palm will be basically facing down, back behind you. In terms of serve in tennis versus the overhead, the one big difference is how they get the racket up. In the serve, they got tons of time. They're controlling the ball. They just toss it. They got tons. So they can take their time getting the paddle up at the racket. And they typically take it up something like this, and then stroke. If you're running backward to get an overhead, for example, you may not have time to do this. Just take it back. You might just have to take it up like this. So you see a lot of the pros when they're in a hurry, they'll just take it up. If it's in front of them, waiting for the ball, take it up to get it ready, drop at the back scratcher, and then stroke.